started working closely with Dad, and we have done quite a bit of things. I have learned quite a bit of things, and today's session is basically only about knowledge sharing. So, one thing that I've always learned is if you're going to need or take the next step in with regards to anything in life, the first aspect that you can do is get knowledge. All right. So knowledge is something that is massive, that is huge. You can gain knowledge in different ways, and that's where we thought sharing this knowledge about terahertz water, or basically what are the different things we have learned over the years. So all of which we are talking right now, this has taken us many number of years for us to learn, for us to read, and for us to come to the next extent of telling other people. So we hope that you gain a lot of more information today, and you basically gain more clarity. In the end, knowledge is what is going to help us make decisions, and I hope you make the best decisions with regards to your health. So now, introducing Dr. Prabhu Kumar Raju. So what is he? He's basically a medical doctor. He has been a doctor for the last 32 years, and he is specialized in ear, nose, and throat. So he is an ENT surgeon. And beyond that, he has many other degrees. So one prominent degree that he has is a diploma in epigenetics. So you may ask, what is epigenetics? I'll touch upon that shortly. So he's one of the very few doctors in the world to get this diploma in epigenetics. And I'm extremely proud to say that, it is not easy to get this diploma because this is an extremely new subject. Not many people are doing it, but this subject of epigenetics has been in the European countries for over 20 years. People have been talking, people know what is epigenetics. But when you come to the Asian countries, not many of us know. When you take India itself, when we were talking to our doctors here, the first question they will ask is, what is epigenetics? What are you talking about? So we say that, epigenetics is something to do with going to the root cause of diseases. All right. So a little more on that I will touch upon. He's also the member of the European Wellness Academy. Okay. So basically, the European Wellness Academy is with regards to stem cells. So we have a company called Golden Hands Epigenetic Solutions, as you can see above, and we have been working in Malaysia for the last 20 years. We are into the preventive healthcare industry. Now, what is preventive healthcare? We are basically something where we look at the body in a holistic approach. So when you go to a normal doctor, they will just see what is the issue. They will try to fix that issue either through medicines or other means. But what we are trying to do is we are telling it's not only the body that we have to work on. There are many other aspects. So we look at the body, we look at the mind, and we look at the soul. We say that all these three aligned together is what keeps us healthy. So let's say that you don't have a healthy mind. That is definitely going to affect your body in some way or the other. So we try to work on the body as a whole. We look at it as a whole, and we try to we don't give solutions for a specific problem. We try to look at ways where we can be healthy on an overall level. And then what else we have been doing? So Dr. Prabhu has also been in biovibes analysis. So what is biovibes? It's basically, you might have heard Reiki, Tai Chi, Qigong. It is basically energy. So he's done a research on energy medicine where he has checked over 20,000 people, and he has come to amazing conclusions where we can see that the brain waves is inversely proportional to your biovibes or your energy. Next, when we talk about hair root analysis, this has been quite a pillar for us when we were doing the epigenetic study. So, hair root analysis is from a German company, and they have come out with a device where you just need 3 strands of your hair, and we'll be able to tell you what is happening in your body at the moment. And then when we go to microcirculation, that is also, so all of this what you can see here on the side is basically with regards to epigenetics or preventive healthcare or holistic healthcare. All right. Now, microcirculation and live cell analysis is almost the same, but the only difference is that in life cell analysis you use a drop of blood. So basically we look at your blood, we see what is happening, we look at how beautiful your red blood cells are, even your blood cells have to be in a specific size, viscosity, and all of that is extremely important. And then we look at bioresonance analysis. This is also similar to hair root analysis, where we look in a deeper picture as to what is happening inside your body on an overall level. And finally, stem cell therapy. Yes, again, I was talking with regards to European wellness. So this is what stem cell therapy is, what they have been doing. They have been pioneers in all over the world. They have clients from, let's say, from the highest ranging people. So this is something, a small introduction. There is lot more that we have done, and today's episode is basically on salt and water. Now, for me to quickly talk about epigenetics. What is epigenetics? You might have heard this before, you might have not. So, if you have not, welcome to the world of epigenetics. Epigenetics is basically the layer outside the DNA. It's not exactly a layer, but it is something that is outside your DNA. We all know that DNA is the what do you call genetics that you get from your parents, right? So whether it is your height, whether it's how you look, most of these are given by our parents. All right. Now, what does epigenetics do? Epigenetics is 800 different factors that is going to affect the way that the DNA is going to be read. All right. So, all this information that we have is stored in your DNA. Now, for our body to read that information, it is going to take some time. There are certain mechanisms that the body takes, and then it reads the information. Now, epigenetics is going to affect the way that that information is going to be read. All right. We might not understand the what do you say, the importance of epigenetics, because we have never been taught about it. But when you look at it, these 800 different factors play a wide role in whatever that is there in your DNA. So let's say that you might have something genetically. All right. Now, for that to be shown as a disease, these 800 different factors are going to play a really important role. What are these 800 different factors? It is simple things like the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, the cosmetics that you use, the toxins that are around us. So when I'm talking like this, the list is endless. All right. And each and every second around us, there is something that is going on around us. We know there is so much of toxins in our air right now. We know there are so many different chemicals that are around us. We know that there are so many things that we use, we don't even know what is inside it. Okay. So all of these things are going to affect the way that the DNA is going to be read. And this is something that we have to pay great attention to. Okay, make sure that after this talk, please go and read about epigenetics. It's a beautiful subject. And now, today, with regards to water, why is water important? Because 70% of the world is covered with water. Our body is also 70% containing water. So we can gladly say that water is something very, very important to us. All right. Even without food, we can survive, but without water, it is going to be very difficult. And why is that? Because water plays an important role in whether you talk about detox or whether you talk about keeping yourself healthy. There are a lot of things water plays an important role with, and Dr. Prabhu will definitely touch upon that. And now, salt. This is something that we use in the least quantity in our food on a daily basis. All right. We can never use too much of a salt. But what we have to understand is what is the importance of the salt. So there are about 10 to 15 different types of salt available in the world today. Okay. So what is salt? We all know it is white. We are going to be using it for better taste. But apart from the better taste, what is it that it is going to be doing? It plays an important role in many, many things. All right. So I won't go into details of that. Dr. Prabhu will take over that, and he will talk about why is salt important and what is about salt and water. So I hope all of you have a great session. Thank you again for joining us, and giving it over to Dr. Prabhu.
Fantastic introduction, Akanksha. Thank you very much for this wonderful information which you shared. I think It will tickle everybody's brain to see health from a different perspective, different area of understanding of health. It is not just looking at your blood test or whatever they understand. But today we need to go a little more detail. And I felt it was this topic a day ago, that the salt plays a fantastic and important role in our day-to-day life. Without salt, we don't eat. So most of us know that salt plays a very important role. But why I added upon the water and salt is because our today's topic is all about water. But at the end of the day, the water is basically a carrier. If you look at the first trading which happened, it was through the sea. That means people came in from different countries through the ship, and then they were trading whatever businesses they were going on. So water became a modality of transportation. So in the same way, when you're looking at water in our body also, it is basically a transporter. It carries the things from one place to another. Now, in that way, water plays such a important role of carrying the whole burden of good or bad along with it, and the body has to decide what it wants and what it doesn't want. So coming back to the salt, salt is basically a mineral, and it has been used by the human beings as far as our knowledge goes is around 6000 BC. And what is the main ingredient of salt is sodium chloride. Now, other than that, if you look at, it does have a little bit of anti-caking properties where they add on so that the salt doesn't become a solid, so it has to flow easily. So that's where they add a little bit of sodium aminosilicate and then the magnesium carbonate and sodium ferrocyanide. It is basically, these are all used to make the salt a little more easy for it to flow. Now, in the market, you all know that because thyroid issue has been quite rampant everywhere, in especially developing countries, iodized salt came into the picture, wherein along with the sodium chloride, they added potassium iodide so that it helps the deficiency of iodine and thereby help the prevention of thyroid issues. Now, other than that, if you look at, there are something called double fortified salt, which has sodium, then potassium, and along with that, it does have iron and B9. Vitamin B9 is basically a folic acid, especially necessary for women when they are pregnant. For the babies to have a proper nervous growth. You mean the neural tube, basically your brain. You need a lot of vitamin B9. So people are very smart in adding up all these into the salt so that little can help you to go a long way. And of course, they have added even fluorine in your salt so that fluoride deficiency has something to do with your dental area. So they have added fluoride. Now, what is happening is along with sodium, you need to consume potassium as well, which is also plays a very, very important role in balancing your cellular level. Now, here, there are different types of, I'm not going to go into the details of the different types of salt, but there is something in the bigger thing I have put is the Korean bamboo salt. Now, if you look at the pricing also, the Korean bamboo salt is definitely a little pricey when compared to the other salt which is available in the market. Now, if you're looking at Korean bamboo salt, it is basically expressed in terms of either 3 burn, 6 burn, and 9 burn. This is the number of time the salt gets burnt inside a furnace. And this technology, and this is basically a cultural heritage in Korea. And they have done a fantastic methodology wherein they produce a bamboo salt wherein it contains almost 80 minerals and nutrients inside the salt. And the best part of the Korean bamboo salt is when you burn the salt the sixth time, 6 burns, sixth time it goes into the furnace and comes out, it becomes a medicinal salt. Now, this is something amazing. Why they call it as medicinal salt? For the reason that it starts giving the body an advantage to heal. Now, can you heal? People consuming this Korean bamboo salt? There are a lot of testimonies available there talking about blood pressure reducing, their diabetic wound healing, diabetes. Of course, I'm not going into the detail of it, but what I'm trying to explain is this is an amazing salt which is available, and that you all have to look into it to consider in your dining table where keep a bamboo salt. A minimum 6 burn will definitely help you. A 9 burn is a little more expensive, and that can be used if you're having a lot of complicated issues. You just add on to your diet so that it becomes a tool for healing. I'm talking about healing, okay? Now, healing is a process where our body knows what to do, what not to do. So anything when you overdo also is a problem. Now, you would have seen that whenever you have a blood pressure, doctors would tell you reduce your salt. Now, what they mean by reduce your salt is they are talking about the white salt, which is more poisonous to you with all the toxins inside. It's more poisonous. So when you're consuming the white salt, definitely it's going to hamper your the sodium and potassium chloride balance in your cell. So that's why doctor wants to reduce it, and it's good for you. But by reducing the salt, aren't you hampering the cellular function from other bodies, other organs of your body? Yes, it will affect a little bit. On one side, you want to bring down your blood pressure alone. Now, do you think that just blood pressure alone is very important for your health? No, isn't it? There are so many other factors which you need to keep in balance. That is when you are able to live a healthy lifestyle. So what I would wish is, there are, of course, one of the main I'm going to touch upon today is the electrolyte balance inside and outside the cell is a very, very important. Now, other than that, people are using it to remove the negative energy, putting it in the fire to remove the energy. And in a wedding ceremony in Russia, they all use the salt to bless the couple. And it's used as, in India, left and right, people are using pickle, wherein they use it as a preservative. And even for the dead, after you are no more on this planet Earth, people sprinkle salt so that it acts like a preservative, and it doesn't rot very easily. So these are the simple main uses. I'm going to let us go into much more. Now, balance is the key for everything, whether you like it or not. In our creation, there is something called intracellular and there is something called extracellular, two areas. Now, there is a constant flow of water, sodium, potassium chloride, and magnesium, and there are a lot of other ions which are there inside the cell. Now, what happens is there is a balance between the inside and the outside. Very important. And here, what I've mentioned is there is a 290 milliosmol pressure. It maintains. If intracellular is 290, extracellular also should be 290. Now, have you ever went and checked your cell? What is the pressure inside? No, isn't it? Because at the cellular, we don't even know, and most of us don't even realize that there is an imbalance happening. So, if at all you're practicing something, the wrong food, the wrong way of drinking water, and these all will definitely affect your intracellular and the extracellular. In that way, just a simple example, you're going for an exercise, okay, fantastic. You're going for a brisk walk. You may not sweat more. So there might be a little bit of probably around 100 ml or 200 ml of water coming out of your sweat glands. Now, even in the sweat gland, there are sodium, potassium, and all the ions there inside the cell, your sweat gland, which is the same as in the cell level. Now, when you go for an exercise, there is a little bit of water which has to come out of your body through the sweat glands, and then you sweat out. Now, when you are sweating out, of course, the amount of water going out of your body can range from 500 ml to 2 liters. This is 2 liters. I'm talking if you're doing a vigorous exercise. That is when you lose so much of water. Means the body throws it out. Now, when you're looking at, just visualize yourself, there is a sweat gland which is, there under your skin, and then inside there is water and all the other sodium, potassium, all the ions are there. Now, only water goes out, maybe 20-30% of the water comes out and it comes as sweat. Now, what happens inside the sweat gland? What happens? It concentrates. So that means your sodium, potassium all become concentrated. Now, what happens? It's the same like when the cell inside the concentration increases, so automatically it needs to balance with the outside. So this is when you start drinking either the isotonic drink for your body to replenish. Now, what is isotonic is it contains all the ingredients of potassium, sodium, glucose, and other things. What is there inside the cell is the same in the isotonic drink which they sell in the market. So what they are trying to tell you is we are giving you to drink so that it is the same as what is inside the cell. Now, what happens is the extracellular concentration of iron also, if it is more simple, the extracellular concentration of whatever the ions is more, the interest in that way. The best example I can give you, I told you 290, right? Now let us increase it to 390. The pressure outside is 390 because it's very concentrated. Now the intracellular will think over, hey, I'm only 290, this guy outside is already 310, what is happening? So I need to do something. So what it will do, it will actually, normally it is a two-way mechanism, there are two doors, one going inside, one going outside. It's something like that. Now imagine, when there is an imbalance inside and outside, it becomes one way. That means from the cell, the water is pushed out and made it into a balance. This is what the cell does. Now, the same thing is the other way. If your cell has got less of water, you know, automatically the extracellular will push the water and try to balance. Now, when the body is trying to balance everything, the problem is we are not drinking sufficient amount of water, we are not taking sufficient amount of salt. What happens? There is an imbalance happening. Now if this happens over a period of 3 to 6 months, don't you think you will start facing some problem? Definitely yes. If your concentration of sodium is very high in your body, definitely your blood pressure is going to shoot up. It's an automatic phenomena. That's why the doctor tells you reduce your salt. Now, how do you know? You should look back into your lifestyle and what you have been eating for the past 6 months to 1 year. And some people, I would say, for the years together, they're eating the same uh, junk food and then thinking that their health is going to be better. No way you can look at a better health by eating all the. So you need to see what does your plate contains. Automatically, that is what is your health also depends on that area. Now let me go into a little more so that you understand. So we all need to understand that we have the four stages in our body. One is your cell, second is your tissues. Cells all put together is your tissues, third is your organ, and the fourth is your human body. Now, most of the time, whenever you visit a doctor, what happens is you just go and tell the doctor, doctor, I'm feeling a little bit giddy. So what happens? The doctor immediately will check your blood pressure and say, hey, your blood pressure is slightly on the higher side. So that means to say there has been some metabolic imbalances happened already at the cellular level and the tissue level, and it is manifesting at the blood level. So automatically blood pressure is high. Now what happens? The doctor immediately thinks that the blood pressure high, he thinks of the complication. What happens? If your blood pressure is high, you may get a heart attack, you may get a stroke. There are so many other problems which you may relate with the high blood pressure. So what the doctor doesn't want is, he doesn't want you to go into a stroke. Just imagine you have an attack of stroke, and imagine for 6 months you cannot get up and walk. Only one side of the body is functioning. You cannot swallow the food properly. Some people cannot go to the toilet, cannot control the urine. There are so many complications you will face because of the stroke. Now, you're lucky if you recover from the stroke. If you're not, what happens? You will be crippled all through your life just by one stroke. So the doctors are so concerned about the situation where they don't want you to go into a stroke. That is where they want to bring down the blood pressure as soon as possible. And they do a fantastic job by giving you the medication to bring it down. But the doctor is not going to tell you, sir, for the past so many years, whatever you have done, that's the reason today, and that's what you're going to do. So they are not going to correct what you did the wrong. They are not going to. They're only correcting the present situation. So it's beautiful, no issues. But today, you need to understand that look beyond what you are today concerning about your health is something more. Look at from the quantum science level wherein you look from above and then everything looks so beautiful. Next, salt becomes a very, very important integral part. As I told you, it plays a very important role in your balancing of intracellular and extracellular fluid, and water also plays a very important role. Now, coming back to the water what you drink plays a very, very important role because it is a transporter, means it's a vehicle for it to take things and take out things as well. So now if you are drinking appropriate amount of water, so how much of water a person has to drink, it's basically calculated 42 into your body weight. So if your body weight is around 50 kgs, so what you need to do is multiply by 42. But if you're a person working a little more harder and from probably in the hot sun outside, and then your water you need a little more. That means 43 into your 50 kgs of weight is the total amount of water you need to drink for that day. But still, I would say in a hot weather you may require a little more than whatever we are prescribing to you. You may need another additional of 1 or 2 glasses of soap, because when you feel thirsty you have to drink a little more water. Now, other than that, you need to have the right molecular structure of the water so that it can go inside. It's easy, isn't it? Now just imagine yourself, you have a huge body, and your probably your size is about 2 feet, and the door you want to enter inside your house is just 1 feet or 1.5 feet. You cannot enter inside, isn't it? The same way, if the molecules are bigger, it cannot penetrate inside your cellular level and thereby help you in hydration. So you need to assist your body for it to heal. I repeat, you need to help your body to heal. Do not look for cures under the sun for anything what you have. Just help your body to heal. It knows what to do. The cure will automatically come when there is a healing process happening. If, for example, your sodium inside is less, for example, you have diarrhea, and then what happens? Go to a doctor, he will give you ORS. You just mix it in water and drink it. What happens? He's just replenishing the fluid which you already passed through the loose motion, and he's replenishing. So you recover faster. You would have experienced. So in that way, nobody is going inside the cell and seeing how the body is going to take the sodium, take the potassium, and then heal itself. Nobody does that. We just drink it and then we feel the benefit. So we are so lucky that our body is so beautifully manufactured that it can do the job what it needs to do, and what we need to do is just give a support, nothing else. It's just a support. Just do that, everything starts falling in place. Now, this is for people who are still not aware of the functions of water. Of course, today with the Google, you all can go and read, but still, I like to mention here it carries nutrient. It's a vehicle for it to carry all the important nutrients into the cell, and including the oxygen to the cells. Other than that, your vitamins, minerals, amino acids, glucose, everything is taken inside, and whatever responsible job the cell needs, it will pick it up, convert it into energy, and keep it. Now, if you're going to take a lot of glucose, what happens? The same lot of glucose will be converted into what I would say energy, and then it will be stored in the form of fat. Now, such of those who are all on the heftier side, what is happening is, not for everybody, but most of us, the fat what you have accumulated is nothing but unused energy, which is stored as fat. And this fat will not be able to convert it to energy immediately, easily. No way. You have to work for it, either through fasting or through proper exercising. Definitely, that fat can be dissolved and then the energy can be utilized. But other than that, water plays such an important role in flushing out the toxins. Now, simple, in your house, if you don't have a drainage pipe for the wastewater to go out, what will happen? Have you ever thought of it? Even your toilet bowels, if it doesn't have an exit for it to take out all the thing, what happens? Everything gets clogged there. Now, we would have faced something like clogging situation in our home. The same way, in our body, there are many factors which can clog your flow of water. I'm not going to go into details because that becomes too medical. Now, other than that, temperature. Now, have you ever wondered, when you feel a little warm, check your temperature and see it will be 38 degrees? It is like feverish. Of course, from our point of view, you have fever, but just drink water and see. Within the next half an hour, your body comes back to normal. Why is that? Because your water, when the body comes down, automatically your fever goes up. There is some dehydration, one of the reasons for your fever. Now, other than that, have you ever seen your eyes all the time? It's moist, isn't it? When you are open, when your eyes are open, other than sleeping, it's open. What happens? It's always moist. Now, what is that lubrication happening? It's all because the water, sufficient water is there. Have you seen people, especially dehydration? 10 to 15 times you have loose motion, and then you go to the hospital. You can see the eyeball sunken, totally dry eyes, and the doctor immediately puts an IV line, and then he flushes the water, the glucose and the other required nutrients through the fluid inside your vein. Now, what happens immediately within the next half an hour to 1 hour, you feel very rejuvenated. It's because your water is replaced. Now your joints, it is flexible, free. How is it? Now there are some people, you may have a little bit of pain. Why? When there is a lot of uric acid inside your joints, what happens? Less of water, there is a lot of friction happening. Don't you feel there will be a pain? Definitely yes. Now, so that means water is necessary for lubrication as well. And then, of course, you want to have a digestive system very good. If you don't drink sufficient amount of water, what happens? Just like in any mixie, you just put all the ingredients and don't use water. How will it will grind? How the Even though it's an electrically operated machine, it won't be able to grind unless you add a little bit of water, because it makes it smooth. Same way, when you drink water also, it will help you to push and digest and pick up all the nutrients what you have eaten. So drinking water plays a very important role. Now there is something, this is a little more detailed information. What you need to understand is every cell has got some gates. There is a flood gates, like where water goes inside. It's called aquaporin. This aquaporin plays a very, very important role in the transporting the water inside and out. Now, once it is done, if the water goes inside, it takes all the whatever the oxygen, the glucose, the amino acids, the trace elements, everything goes inside. The cell knows what to do, it will utilize it and then throw out all the waste products through the same aquaporin. So there is always a constant mechanism of exchange happening in your cellular level, which you don't realize. Why you don't realize? We have 50 trillion cells in our body, 50 trillion cells, and we think that we are doing a great job by doing so many things outside ourselves, but inside our body, what is happening, none of us even look into it, none of us even think of it. You should be very, very grateful to your body and the cell and the organs in such a manner that every moment of life you're living on this planet Earth, you should be very grateful and say thankful to your being alive, and all the cells in your body are functioning. Now, such of those who have a disease, don't worry. It's a very beautiful situation. From today, change. It doesn't matter what disease you have. Don't. It's okay. But what you need to understand is, let us start a change today, and then give a body an opportunity for it to heal. Then you can look for a cure. If you do not help your body to heal, never can you cure a disease. Okay. Now, in that way, what is happening is we need to understand that we need to understand. Give me a minute. Okay, now nobody can. All right. Okay, now we go into the details of water, which is very, very important. What are the different types of water? The tap water, spring water, well water, oasis water, ionized water, river water, distilled water, reverse osmosis water, structured water. This is a very, very beautiful subject by itself, because structured water is something very, very balanced to your body's cellular mechanism. That's why they have seen a lot of fantastic healing happening when you're drinking structured water. Now, for example, people can bring blessed water from Mecca, blessed water from a church, blessed water from a temple, or even the Ganges. They talk about the structured water. But what happens is, when you are consuming this structured water, it facilitates your body to do what it need to do, and thereby your body starts balancing. See what happens? It's just balancing I'm talking. When it balances, everything starts falling in place. That means to say, you have a disease, it heals. You have an issue inside, it heals. It starts balancing. So let me tell you, before healing to happen, you need to balance. Can you believe life is all a balance? We all need to be balanced in everything. The way we think, the way we respond to situation, the way we eat, the way we execute ourselves, walking, the way we our gestures, everything plays a very important role in its balance. When it is in balance, everything falls in place. So this is where you need to understand. Today we are here to just discuss and share a knowledge about terahertz water. And let me go a little more detail. Ideal drinking water should be a pH of between 7.5 to 8. So such of those who are all using ionized water, I do understand you all will be very, very familiar with alkaline water going up to a pH of around 14. There are fantastic machines available which can produce alkaline water up to 14. And I have seen a few people with cancer drinking 12 to 13 pH of water. And he was from Singapore, and then he did share his testimony that his cancer he got cured by drinking that high pH of water. But there is no clinical evidences, but still I would say the water pH for our body for a normal person should be between 7.4 to 8.4. Other than that, the total dissolved contents should be between 50 to 200. This is another important. You cannot have any total dissolvent more than 500, because I'm talking about dissolvent means it is talking about the heavy metals, the chemicals, and the pesticides which are there in the water. So when you're talking about filtered water, it must be a clean and free from bacteria, viruses, and parasites. So you need to look at buying a filtration system where you can have all these beautiful qualities so that you drink an ideal drinking water, which helps you. Of course, the preferably storage is clay pot is the best, but other than that, glass containers, ceramic, copper vessels are good. But when you're talking about structured water, Schumann's energy water, there might be a little bit of disruption in the energy structure when you store it for a very long time. I would say if it is more than 4 hours, probably it can affect a little bit. But many times, let me tell you, even if you are going to, I give you the best of everything from the universe. That means that this is the best water. And you are a person with all the negativity in your mind, talking, for example, you're talking about COVID a lot and thinking about the fear of dying, the fear of the diseases. Let me tell you, even if I give you the best water also, what will happen? Nothing will happen, because water has got memory. I give you the best water and you're thinking negative. What happens? The water molecule also changes into the same negative situation. And when you're drinking that water, your body water also will change into the same negativity. So please understand, just by drinking water, do not expect miracles to happen. For the reason, your mind plays a very, very important. How is your mindset? Are you a positive mindset person, or are you a person going on brooding over your life, talking about negativity, talking about what is not there in your life, talking about the problems of life? If you are a person like that, please change from today onwards. You don't have to do anything. Just be thankful to being alive on this planet Earth, and be thankful for whatever is happening inside your body. Forget about the whether you have money or not, whether you have a place to live. It doesn't matter. But for you to live on planet Earth is still the biggest blessing. So what you do is just be thankful, thankful, and thankful, and love yourself so much that every cell of your body starts becoming so happy that they start responding to your positivity, and they will definitely know what to do. I told you, they know what to do. They will bring you all what you want in your life, provided you give an opportunity to them. So now let's go to the next slide. uh, okay, there is a little bit of slack in my. Okay, today, I spoke about the water and the types of water. Now we need to look into what is dehydration. Dehydration is a situation where the water inside your body is less. Now, how do you feel you are dehydrated or less of water? You'll feel thirsty. Very simple. Correct? Now, when you feel thirsty, do you drink water? This is a question you need to ask yourself. Do you drink? Now, I'll just give you an example. A person from Klang to KL, they want to drive and they are using an aircon. You think in an aircon atmosphere you will feel thirsty? No way, right? Now, even though your cell wants water, what happens? You are not drinking water because you don't feel the thirst. Now, by chance, in spite of being in the aircon, you feel a little thirsty. What happens? You're driving and the water bottle is in the behind seat. How are you going to take? You're not such a person where you'll stop the vehicle, go pick up the water and drink. You're not going to do that. You will think, anyway, another half an hour only, let me go. The half an hour you drive and then you go into a meeting. What happens? You forget that you're supposed to drink water. The body has been telling you, sir, please give me some more water. You're not doing. So what happens? The effect of no water will definitely be there for the cell, and the cell knows what to do. It will do all the job what it needs to do. What happens? When the concentration of your sodium, everything in the extracellular goes up, automatically your blood shoots up. Automatically you will have a slight headache. Automatically you're a little foggy, a little bit irritable. Have you ever noticed that Less of water can give you a situation of being irritable. This is all important signs which your body is speaking to you. But you will be thinking that you are irritable because of the situation in your office is making you know. That's only a trigger factor. So what happens when you go into a dehydration? There are a lot of things happening inside us. Always, when you look at the cell level, that is when you will understand how your body is functioning. And cellular dehydration most of the time goes unnoticed, means you don't even realize. But other than that, dehydration will affect your metabolism, balance between intracellular, extracellular. Waste products get collected inside your body. Have you ever seen you don't have sufficient water, the waste product doesn't go out. So when the waste products are inside, what happens? You will have to face the problem of the waste product. Now who has to go and throw it out? It is you who have to do it. You have to drink the water and you have to do what you're supposed to do. Now, other than that, many diseases can manifest just with less of water. It can manifest. The diseases are there. So we have seen after people drinking terahertz resonated water, there are a lot of healing happening, but they feel so nice. Like Angie was telling, her cholesterol came down, the skin issues of her son came down. What happened? She just supplemented her body with the required amount of water. Maybe the toxins were more that it gets washed away. That's why your problem is solved. It's a very simple issue. So do not look into always into a disease and then a cure part. No, start looking at how to heal yourself. What are the things necessary for you to heal yourself? So brain cell function also very important. So drinking sufficient amount of water plays a very important role in this. I have to say, this particular one of the organs which is very important, and people ignore it to the, I don't know what to say. A lot of people do not even know where is the kidneys located in the body. Other than that, they don't understand that drinking sufficient amount of water is so important. Now, can you see in the one of the kidneys there are some round white color? They are nothing but the stones out there. How many of you all have faced a kidney stone situation? If you have faced, what is the pain you go through, and what is the kind of agony you go through? Just the stone, one small stone can make your life so miserable that you go upside down. You will run to the hospital, and the doctors, what they need to do, of course they will admit you, flush you with water. But if the stone is big, what they need to do, it has to be dissolved. Now, do you think the stone has just formed there in one day? No, it has been there for probably years, slowly forming. Why? Because you don't drink water. Very simple. When you drink sufficient amount of water, automatically it gets flushed out. So what is your problem in drinking water? I don't understand. And today, people can very proudly say that there are so many dialysis units out there, dialysis centers for kidney failure patients. Is it a big deal? Of course, they are helping people. But why do you want to go to that situation where you have problems in your kidney? Drinking water is one of the safest and easiest thing. Have you ever anybody seen by drinking water they die? Have you ever seen anybody? No, isn't it? Because in God's creation, water plays it's basically a transporter. Now, do you think it will go and kill you? No way. So by drinking water, how many of you understand that it will not kill you? But if you have problems in your body, and then if you're drinking more water also is a problem, less water without the proper nutrients inside the water also is a problem. See here, balancing is very important. Now, kidney functions, very important. Can you see the four very important functions? Excretory, that means all the drugs and whatever you are now imagine if you're a diabetic, you're consuming around 4 5 drugs. It has to be, all the waste product has to be thrown out, isn't it? The liver picks it up, gives it to the kidney throws it up. Now, for this, you need water. Now, other than that, there needs to be a homeostasis. Now, inner environment, outer environment, it needs to be balanced. In this, let me tell you one thing. Most of us are so used in Malaysia to switch on the aircon and sit in the aircon for 8 hours comfortably with the temperature, how much? 16 degrees. Now, with 16 degrees, your body is already started using to it for 8 hours. Now, the ninth hour, you finish your job 5 o'clock and come out. Do you know what you need to do before you come out of your aircon atmosphere? You need to switch off the aircon 30 minutes before you come out to the environment external. Do you do that? No, right? What do you do? Finish your job, just run, punch your machine, come out. And then what happens? Outside temperature is 30 degrees, inside you are in 16 degrees. Now, do you think the body know how the body is going to tell you, sir, you are in 16 degrees now, suddenly putting me to 30 degrees. What am I supposed to do? How do you think the body is going to balance? It is difficult, isn't it? Have you ever thought of it? You don't even think. So normally when you're looking at air conditions, the temperature should be lesser by 3 to 4 degrees. If, for example, outside temperature is 30 degrees, you can keep between 25, 26, or 27. That's it. You cannot be keeping 16 degrees and then you feel so cold. And if you're feeling cold, why are you wearing a blanket? You should not, isn't it? So that means to say we do the wrong things and at the wrong time, and we expect our body to do everything so beautifully for you that it has to do the best for you. Why should it do the best for you when you do all the wrong things? It will not. It will only do wrong, and it'll teach you a lesson. You don't need to. It will teach you a lesson. So here, please look into yourself and start working from today. Change. It doesn't matter how you were until yesterday. Okay, other than that, the endocrine function, very important. Have you seen people with kidney issues? Their hemoglobin will be very less. Now why? Because there is something from the uh, what is that, from the kidneys. It produces something called erythropoietin, which helps your blood. So in that way, once you lose your kidneys function to low down, all these four function will be a problem. Now, do you want all the four problem? Nobody is going to give you a kidney for you. Nobody in the world, Of course, you can have the money. Who is going to donate you a kidney? So better do not screw up your kidney to a level where you want to go for dialysis. Start looking at this. I'm talking for the normal people. I'm not talking about diseases, and that is causing a problem for the kidney condition. I'm not going into that. That is a different entity by itself. Now, one important message I need to give you in this filtration system: your kidneys has got 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, two kidneys, 2 million filters inside. You all, when you prepare coffee or tea, you have a filter, right? You pour the coffee or this in the filter, then the whole thing gets filtered, right? Now this is also the same thing in your body. What you see on the right side is one filtration system. So you have 2 million filtration system. Now what happens if, because of your improper eating habits, improper toxins, everything going inside your body, it goes clogged inside your filter. Now if you're 2 million filter and then you have 50,000 filters blocked, what will happen? Nothing will happen, right? Nothing will happen. You won't even know. But if there are 500,000 filters blocked, then there might be a little creatinine level little high, and doctor will say, hey, your kidneys are not functioning okay, so you better look into it. So what they will say, you have to drink less of water because already the kidney is finding it difficult. But why that happened? It happened over a period of time. So in that way, what you need to understand is taking care of your kidneys plays a very, very important role, and hydration of kidneys also is important. But a word of caution: over hydration, no good, no good, and no good. You cannot drink too much of water and then feel your body knows you're drinking more water, also the body will create more problem for you. So better be careful. Do not proudly say I'm drinking 4 liters of water, 5 liters of terahertz water. Please, you may land up in problem, and then finally don't blame the terahertz water for that. It's nothing to do with the terahertz water. It is you who have to balance what you need to do for your body. Now, today we're having something beautiful, something very fantastic, wherein we have something called terahertz technology, which is a newer technology, but I wouldn't say very new, but it's there for almost 30 years or 40 years ago. They did recognize this wave, but it came into existence from 2004. People started looking into it, and China also is one of the countries which already looked into a terahertz technology, and they started working on it. And there are, of course, a lot of users like 6G, aviation industry, medical devices, medicines, customs, all is there. But today, water, because water plays a very important role for you, and it is a low frequency. It works for at a low frequency. Your terahertz is a low frequency, so it's an advantage. So what happens? We do what you see on the right side is a terahertz resonator, and which actually, when you expose the water, automatically it changes the molecular structure. So what happens? Any liquid exposed to terahertz resonator will affect the properties of the and change its molecular structure. Very, very important. Properties means very important. What you need to understand. Okay, your water has got a pH of 8. Okay, now you terahertz it. What happens? Maybe 8 to 8.1 to 8.2, the pH may change. What I notice in my house is it increases the pH about 2 points, but not too much. So it doesn't affect the pH. That's number one. Number two, the TDS, as I told you, TDS is something already there in your water. For example, you are drinking a direct tap water, your TDS will be above 500. So when it is above 500, what happens? Your TDS will be the same, but very dangerous for you. Why? When you are terahertzing, the whatever the heavy metals, everything becomes smaller. The more water molecule becomes smaller. So what happens? The poison can go inside much more easily, isn't it? By drinking the terahertz water, especially the tap water. So you need to understand that you need to have a proper filtration system, so that you drink a clean water. All right, very important. So do not blame the terahertz water for whatever problems you are facing. You need to look a little more beyond that. So you can terahertz water, oil, juices, any liquids. I terahertz even my shampoo, and then I use it. The lather is much more beautiful. I've tried terahertzing even Clorox. I know the smell is light, and you put little also, the cloths become brighter. I do all the experiments because I like challenges and I like to do what I need to do. What will happen? Worst come worst, the instrument might conk off. So what? I'll buy another instrument. It's still okay. But I need to know what is happening. So in the same way, you all need to go and test yourself. Do what you want to do. Do not put a money value for everything. In this, if you put money value, then my question to you would be: is how much of money value are you giving for your body? Can you give any money value? No, isn't it? It's all, you cannot place a value for your body. That's the function that your body does. Now, the most beautiful property you need to understand of terahertz technology is, of course, the linear technology, wherein all the molecules stand in one line. So what happens? It penetrates into your cell much more easily. See, this is an advantage. So what you're trying to do is you're actually giving an advantage for your body to absorb the water. So if you're going to give a poison inside the body after terahertzing it is more easier for the poison to go inside your body. That's it. So do not blame the instrument. Instrument does its job, what it needs to do. It breaks down the molecular structure smaller. Now the terahertz device works at 0.96 terahertz. Okay. Now, but what happens is once the molecular structure is broken, this water, the terahertz water, what we call whatever the resonated water, is 7.6. Now, you know that 7.83 is the Schumann's energy, which is there in the ozone layer of the Earth, and that's where the Schumann's energy is functioning. Now, it protects us. It helps us a lot of beautiful things. Now, Schumann's energy 7.83. Now, our brain, this is something which I want to share, is our brain waves works from 0.3 to up to 30. If you're working, your brain waves going at 30, that means you're a very confused person. If it is the beta waves, which is between 14 to 18, is ideally you're conscious. That means you're driving a car, there is a traffic light, red light, you will stop at the red light. But imagine if your brain waves is going at 25 to 30, the same traffic light, red light is there, but your brain will tell it's okay, no policeman there, please drive and go. So what happens? You will drive the car, and definitely there are chances you may meet with an accident because you're going on the wrong direction. Now, what happens? It's your brain waves, nothing else. It's going at a higher speed, doesn't have the sense of wisdom to do what is right. So for you to do what is right, your brain waves needs to go lower down. If it has to go lower down, you need to be very calm. You need to be a little composed in your life so that you are able to handle the situation. Now, can you see here, we are talking about a frequency of 7.6. What happens? Your brain waves is between theta waves and the alpha waves. It's between that. So when you're between theta and alpha waves, you're in a much more meditative state. In a meditative state, you will be able to receive information and send information much more beautifully. So what happens? You can speak to your cells. The cells also respond in a much more positive. Isn't that good? When you're drinking a water with 7.6 hertz, that means over a long period of time, maybe you'll become much more wiser. Isn't that beautiful that you become wiser? So you need to understand it's a collective phenomenon of everything. So what happens? What are the best benefits of a resonated water, especially terahertz technology? These are the 10 beautiful points you need to understand, that these are the benefits it gives. Now, Do not tell me that, okay, I'm talking about antibacterial. Okay, antibacterial, 89% of your E. coli is reduced, especially in your intestines. Now, if you're talking about a person, suddenly you will call and say, doc, this person is in the ICU with full of bacterial infection or septicemia. Can I give terahertz water? Come on, Lord, don't. You don't make things worse, Of course, it can help you, but what happens is, it is not, we are not talking when a person is going through some serious problem and you go and pop in and say, come, drink this terahertz water, everything will fine. Don't do that, because the way our body is going to react is different. The way body is going to respond is different. The response of your body depends on how you are. You imagine a person already stage 4 cancer, and they are in a tension that when they are going to die, and to this person we go and tell, come, take Taraj, everything will be okay. What will happen? He's already in a disturbed mind. Now automatically, of course, he wants to live, right? So he wants to buy the water and drink it up. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen? His body is going to respond. Is he going to react or is he going to respond? We do not know. But if the body can respond, it will do it very slowly. The balance will take place very slowly. But if the body is going to react, we do not know. Suddenly things can go heavy, and then the person feels little difficult in breathing, and then he goes to the hospital. The doctor will say, sir, your lungs is full of water, cannot do anything. So he will have a serious problem. Then they will think that it is because of the terahertz water only I am into the hospital. No. So you need to differentiate between the reaction and the responding. It starts from your cell level and it starts with your mind level as well. Now, other than that, it has an antiviral effect, antifungal effect, antioxidant effect, anti-radiation effect. And the best part is it has a very, very low viscosity, which makes slippery. Viscosity, if it is low, it is very slippery. Have you seen your latest cars? What kind of oil do they use? Have you seen the viscosity of the oil? Just thin, and it will be like watery. But you put for your engine is so smooth, there is no sound at all. Whereas you see the older engines, the engine oil is very thick, and when you put that also, the engine makes a little noise. So the same way, when you are consuming the terahertz water, resonated water, what happens? Everything is smooth. Your body function is much more smooth. Just imagine your joints. You're drinking this terahertz water, the smooth, the gel-like thing inside. Don't you think the smoothness will come automatically? But it will take some time. I wouldn't know at what level is your damage inside, but definitely it will help you. Now, the density of this water is high. Have you ever seen in movies and all where people walking on water, animals can just walk on water so fast? How does it happen? Is when the density is high, you can, but provided your body also should be in the same light manner so that you can just walk on water. Now you would have seen a lot of saints and all, they can float in air, they can walk on water, like Jesus walked on water. It's all there, of course, but how have you prepared your body? Now, absorption of this water, very important, is 3 times much faster and better than your normal water. Okay, so that means you need to be a little more careful that how much of water are you drinking. You drink too much of water, of course, your body also will absorb everything, and then ultimately you are going to face the problem. So you better start with lower dose. And very important, I'm going to share. Okay, the last benefit also, it helps your gut system and the pollutants to be cleared. Now, when you resonate a water, what happens? The molecular structure and the transmission of information. See, ultimately what happens is, see, two people are having a mobile phone. What happens? If two mobile phones are there, why are you having a mobile phone? For communication, isn't it? So that means to say one person calls, another person receives it. There is a function. If you're not going to call anybody, why do you need a mobile phone? In the same way, water plays a very, very important role in transmission of information from extracellular to the intracellular. So what it carries, it will transmit the information to the DNA. As Akanksha was telling previously, the DNA will read what the environment is speaking to. If you're taking a vitamin C with a lot of toxins inside, means that is not a good quality vitamin. The same vitamin C goes inside, it will give wrong information to the DNA. The DNA thinks that this is what this vitamin C is trying to tell me, and it will do the job what this vitamin C is supposed to. So it is very important that what kind of quality of vitamins you are taking, what quality of food you are eating. It plays a very important role. Other than that, low frequency also plays a very, very important role in removing the harmful chemicals. Now, in this, I wish to share that in my center where I have a water fountain, what happened was, it's almost 2.5 months, I'm using terahertz water. and not a single dust is there inside the water, not a single dust. The water is crystal clear, and there are no larvae of the mosquito, no dengue. So I think no dengue can come near, no mosquitoes, because when there is a high energy around, the mosquitoes cannot fly in that area. The same way, when you are Akanksha was telling about the energy, right? When you are in a very high energy situation, no mosquitoes can come near you because your body is alkaline. Now, low frequency also advantages such of those people who don't understand that low frequency water, derivates water, you can boil it. There is nothing wrong about it, because by boiling, nothing happens. It's the same. You can expose the water to X-ray. Still, it is good. Now, just visualize yourself. You're drinking water for the past 6 months to 1 year, terahertz water, and you go for an X-ray. What will happen? You think the effect of the X-ray will be more? No, your body knows what to do. It will prevent whatever necessary for the X-rays to allow. It will allow the remaining. Of course, it will prevent it. So it's an advantage. That's why they say terahertz water is anti-radiation. So these are all in a long term. It doesn't happen overnight. So it's all a long term. You can resonate oil, and thereby when you resonate a oil, the 20 to 30% of cooking, especially the oil being sucked inside, is less. So that's an advantage. Then of course, for your intestine, gut plays a very, very important role in your health. When you drink this terahertz water, your gut health becomes beautiful. Awesome, isn't it? So cellular hydration is the only way we can see how much of water is there in your body. It's easy for you also. You would have seen out there people doing one drop of blood. You can see, especially Eddie is doing a fantastic job by doing the blood test, and poor man running around everywhere, and then trying to help people, to show them, hey, you're all dehydrated, drink water, drink water. And Frankie has been doing a great job also by sending this message out there to people. I salute these two people and the team of people working with Terrors. And yesterday I met George Neo from Penang, who came down here to KL, and I met him. A wonderful soul. It's a collective phenomena that everybody joins together, and we all work together, so that we work on the right direction of healing and then healthy. So what you see is, you can see your difference within a span of 20 minutes. You will be able to see the hydration. Okay, that is another important thing when you drink hydrated water. Now, other than that, the benefits of plants are amazing. Animals are, you try spraying your terahertz water on the pets what you have at home. They will love to come and stand in front of you. Number two, you give the water to drink, they will come back to drink the same water. You keep another water and try, they will not drink that water. Why? Because they are intelligent enough to understand that this is the best water I need to drink. But you and me are so intelligent, but we fail to pick the intelligence and then drink the right water. Okay. So what I wish to let you know is, I think I've spoken for more than 40 minutes. Balance is the key, very important. You need to balance. You do whatever you do, balance it, balance it. That's where life becomes much more beautiful. So what you need to understand is terahertz technology is going to be the future. And the terahertz resonated water, it's an amazing tool for you all to, what's your problem in drinking the water slowly, and test it out and feel the benefit to yourself. Do not jump into the situation where the moment you drink terahertz water and then tell, hey, doctor, what are the benefits we get? What are the, do not look into all that. Start drinking slowly. I will tell you what to do. Start with 500 ml. Very simple. Whoever you are meeting up, whomever you are recommending this terahertz technology water, please tell them start with 500 ml. And preferably, I would say 10 to 15 years and above, and up to 70 years or 75 years, start at a slow. And if you don't have a disease, then it's easier. But if you have a disease with complication, better start with 100 ml. Maybe in one day you can drink the 500 ml split into 5 different times of 100, 100, 100, 100. That means 5 times you can drink. So what happens when you drink slowly? Your body starts absorbing it, and that is when there is no immediate reaction. But you gulp one shot of water, what can happen is, it can either throw out everything and you will start having diarrhea, or the cell starts picking up all the water, and automatically you will start facing a problem. So now the quest of, you should know yourself first. Look into yourselves. Knowledge plays a very, very important role. Read it and you analyze it whether it's correct or wrong, and then you know what to do, and stop looking for cures. Why? Because you need to look how to heal your body. Do not look at how to cure your body. Healing your body plays a very important role given opportunity. And especially if you're taking a lot of drugs and other means, you better be careful. You take responsibility of whatever you're doing. I took the responsibility. I bought the machine. I did a lot of testing. I've been doing a lot of testing. I take the risk. I take the responsibility. What I'm doing right now is I'm just sharing this beautiful knowledge with every one of you. Stop blaming others for your deficiency. Why I say deficiency is you don't even know how your body is functioning. Why are you looking at the water outside and then blaming the water for your problem? You need to look into how your body works and start looking into it. And everything comes with a balanced lifestyle. All right. Now, which is the best way? How are you going to drink water? You cannot just take one full bottle of water and gulp everything. Cannot. That's a wrong method. You need to sip the water, sip it slowly, and drink it. I would say relish every sip of water. But you would have seen people drinking a wine or whiskey, or they sip it, enjoy, and talking and talking and talking. What happens? You enjoy, isn't it? The same way, water also plays a very important role. Drink like wine, sip it up, enjoy the water drink, and have all the positive mind in your thoughts, that when you're drinking water, your body is going to heal. And say thanks to the person who gave the terahertz water. Say thanks to the company which brought in the terahertz water to Malaysia. So when you start giving a lot of positive things, what happens? Everything starts healing. Everything starts becoming beautiful. Now, do not trust everything on the Google University, WhatsApp University, and Facebook University. Everything is out there. Now, what you need to do? You need to filter. Like I was talking about the kidneys having a filtration system, your brain also should have a filtration system. You should know what information you should take, what information you should dissipate out. And if at all you feel, okay, I need more information, Tera's company is already there. You need more information. Either you can talk to your leaders, either you talk to the company, or you go on Google, pick up the information, put it across to your people who introduce you the Tera's technology. So get more information, start working on it. Last but not the least, I would always say, always be careful in your life. Whatever you do, analyze it. I would always say, stop one step behind, analyze the whole thing. What is good all about? Pick it up. If there is anything you want to know more about, talk with the same frequency minded people. For example, a person might be drinking ionized water. I don't want to mention the name of the company. They might be drinking a particular ionized water. For the past 10 years, they are drinking. You're going and telling them, please drink Terra's water. You think they will accept it so easily? They have a mindset that this is the best. That's it. Now you're going to talk about something. Now, this is where do not compare the terahertz water with any other water. Terahertz is terahertz. That's it. It's a unique one. Now it's up to you to decide whether you want to drink the unique water or you want to go with the normal water. If you do not have the facility of buying the unit, it's still okay. Buy the water and drink. Even that also, if you do not, there are a lot of people doing a lot of donations wherein it's free water. Drink. What is your problem? Try it out. You're not losing anything. So very important is do not overhydrate yourself. Other than that, this is an instruction given by the company where pacemaker people need to be a little more careful. But what I would say is you take the responsibility. If you are having a pacemaker, it's still okay. Sipping 100 ml of water, little, your body is not going to react in any way. It will help the person to move forward. Especially if you're having a multiple complicated diseases, just be careful. Other than that, reverse osmosis water, I think in today's technology, everybody with the reverse osmosis machine, they have another additional mineral content filtration which they add to it, so that it is easy. You get a not a bland water, but you get a mineralized water, which is much more beneficial. Your body needs a minimum 80 minerals and trace elements every day, but in little quantities. Okay, so that means do not drink bland. Just reverse osmosis water is not good for you, because your kidney starts dysfunctioning if you are drinking reverse osmosis, just plain reverse. So you need to add on. If you cannot buy the mineral, it's okay. What you need to do is, today there are available, in a bottle of 30 ml, you get it online also, the minerals. So from the sea, what you need to just add a few drops into your water and you drink. So amazingly, you can supplement your body with the nutrients from externally if you're drinking reverse osmosis. So other than that, of course, from a doctor's point of view, there is no claim anywhere, including the company doesn't claim that it treats, it can cure medically. There are a lot of benefits for medicines. No, we don't do that because there is no clinical study available. But I would say, for you to heal, you need to work on yourself. You need to do something for yourself. Try it out. There is nothing wrong. Drinking this water is not going to cause it, but balance. You need to know what to do, when to do, where to do. Everything will fall in place. Now, with this from my golden hands, I take leave until I come next week. Next week is going to be much more interesting because I'm going to touch something about the energy. This is what the message I got today. We are talking about energy, and then from there, it will be a water, of course, with energy. So every week, I want to give you all the best of information what I have collected over the years of time. I have spent a lot of time in acquiring the knowledge. So I want to give it to you people. Please take it and then share this knowledge and then share this information with the people whom you come across. And if there is anything, you can always get back to us. So thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, George. And thank you, Tarat, Cindy, and Bharat, for giving me this opportunity to share this knowledge. Have a wonderful day and looking forward to see you next week. Thank you.
Hello. Dr. PRABHU, will you stay for a while for any Q&A?
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Can you pass back the
I want
host?
to pass the host. What do I do?
Yes, yes.
What
You
do
click
I
on
do?
my name. You click on my name and then you click more.
Okay. Okay. As a host. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I can control the mic for the... Okay. So yeah, Dr. PRABHU, thank you very much for your time and the knowledge to everybody. So anybody has anything to share about your testimony or any question to Dr. PRABHU, you can just unmute your mic. Okay, while waiting for the rest, maybe I can share something from my side. What I have is a very good news that actually we have done some testing in Singapore, and I'm going to share with you the report that we have here. Yeah, so you can see my screen. Okay. So from here, actually, you can see this is the one that this column, terrace water. So this water is go through the accompanies filter plus the 3-minute scanning by terahertz water device. So from here, whatever nutrient is still remain, and there is a total residue chlorine, you see, is already reduced. Sorry, I have to mute other people. So let me mute all. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I continue with my sharing just now. So in fact, I have collected some of the testimony and the report in here. So just now, this is the one that I was sharing. So you can see the total residue chlorine is reduced a lot to 0.6. Of course, I think a different country, you can do the different set of the test because every country may have a different source of water. Yeah. Then this is the water in Singapore, and total E. coli is also reduced a lot. Yeah. So, and the pH here is stated 8.1. So in fact, so what I want to say is all the nutrient is still there. And another thing that I want to share with you is in the package of when you bought this device, they are given out this water filter for free. So from here, especially for the newcomer, the first time, yeah. So this is the filter that is given attached together in the inside the package. It's a very simple and small, but is very efficient in the filtering. There are 8 layers and it's 0.1 millimeter, and it go through these 8 layers, and there is an alkaline ball. Yeah. So in Singapore, around 1 week time, it's already dirty and you can wash it. And here is written in Chinese because it's from Shenzhen. You can remove away the rust and some worm and algae and the soil, as well as the this one, the E. coli and some other bacteria. So it's very simple for the installation by yourself. It cater all the different size of the switch for you to plug in. So the water come in from here, and if without filter, it will directly from here out. So you need to adjust the handle at the right hand side, and it will go through this. It will fill up the water and then start from the top. It filter away and then come out. So don't think that the water that coming out from here is showering. So don't worry that the effectiveness of the filtering is still very good. Yeah, because it's up to 0.1. And these are the type of the pipe that at home that is commonly used. In fact, there are many types. It's possible. You just need to be find a way, maybe short of you just need to put some white tape to tighten it, or anything additional component to make it fix to your home's pipe. Yeah. So okay, and here for myself, I've done some experiment. Sorry, you guys, can you just mute yourself so that it will not interrupt? And another thing that for myself, I would like to share with you that about my experiment. Yeah, in fact, I bought this device end of March. So there are two. This one is melt the peptide, the supplement inside the terahertz water. And the left hand side is just a normal, without scanning 3 minutes. The source of water for these two are the same from the mineral water, and it's melt faster and tastes better as well. So you guys can try at home. Is very good. And another thing is
sorry, Angie, what was it that placed inside the water?
Oh, it's your supplement. So the supplement here that I put in is the peptide, 小分子肽. As long as the powder mode, you melt inside terahertz water, it tastes better. Yeah, tastes better.
What's the peptide supplement for?
It's like a protein to improve our cell as well.
Oh.
But I'm not here for focus on peptide. I just want to tell you.
Yeah, I know. But I know about peptides, but I have not tried. Maybe I will ask you separately later on. Thanks.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. So here there are other testimony that maybe this one is more special because it's about the baby. Baby, the jaundice, you see, the baby get the jaundice is quite common. But you see, if you make the milk, because the terahertz water after scan the 3 minutes, right, you can boil it so you can produce a milk for baby to drink, and also can shower the baby. So it recover very fast. Yeah. So one thing that is you can be like some people ask a pregnant woman can drink or not, baby can drink or not. Definitely this is a water, and after scanning it become a small molecule easily being absorbed. So and another thing is this is a friend of mine, is the thyroid lump reduced from 4 cm to 2 cm, just mainly drinking the terahertz water. What she has at home is the Kangen water filter, but because of the technology is not enough to resolve her problem. So when she complement it with the terahertz shine 3 minutes, then her problem all resolved. like the lung becomes small, and also the hand cramp, all resolved. Yeah. So in fact, her digestive problem also, you see, no longer need the operation. It's written in Chinese. I try to translate. So in fact, she has done many things. The MRI scope also cannot find the root cause of the sore throat, and also the split and everything. Yeah. So it's very. She was very happy and thank God about this new technology can resolve her problem. And in the 1 week time, her device already free. Yeah, so it's very thankful to company to have such good marketing plan that help us to have additional income or additional income. So this is the income from it can be 1,000 USD in a day, and this is in the July. After that, it will grow. So and this income already grow until 3,000 a day, USD, times 1.6 for Singapore. And if you want to test, even you want to rear the fish, also not very good. And this guy is stay in John Chen, stay in Malacca. Before that, besides slim down, and she did share in other Zoom, says that she was getting the dengue. So thankfully, because he was drinking a terrace water all the while, around 5 liters a day, and the platelet count never drop. You know, for dengue, the serious part is the platelet will drop until very small, and then it will die. Then for his neighbor never take terrace water, the platelet drop. So in fact, it's very good news for him, and then he share. So someone may ask how to check whether this terrace water is still effective or not. Yeah, so this is the experiment that done by, this is George. George is the first person bring into Malaysia. So because his head grow, so what you can do is this bowl of water, you can see the water, you can put terrace water, and this bowl is normal water without the 3-minute scanning. And then you put the lemon juice inside the cup, and then you dip inside, and within a 15-second later, you try to drink this lemon juice. It tastes totally different. The one dip inside the terrace water, the lemon molecule, it becomes single molecule, and it will taste smooth and better as compared to the original. So this is the reason why we can explain that terrace, there's the energy can penetrate the glass and go and treat the water molecule inside the lemon juice. Okay. So yeah, my sharing is from here. And actually, another sharing experiment that I have done is the blood. My blood, yeah. So another is the blood. So in fact, I have done one more experiment in this is done in a TCM clinic, which is the TCM doctor is my friend. So when we poke the blood, we can see all the red blood cells joined together. And this is a platelet. It's already become a stone, like a stone. And this is the one that will cause the stroke and the capillary burst, which happened to my parents. Because I have inherited a high cholesterol. So I can imagine that my blood is very thick. So from here, you see, after this is a zoom in, so you can see the blood cell is flat and just stick together. The area that stick together actually without any oxygen. So this will send a signal to the brain to produce more blood cell, and eventually it will cause very difficult to flow. So after drink 1 liter of terahertz water, all the blood cells is rejuvenated and start to move better. So this means this is only 20 minutes time. We put a new blood, I see. So within 20 minutes time, the whatever you drink is already inside our blood. But if you drink the normal water, no, you will not see this. Because the normal water, the water molecule is big and it cannot be direct go inside our cell. And of course, the blood also will not be like this. And the another one, just now, so my cholesterol level, 3 months time, you see, in the past, I always taking the supplement because I believe in the natural ingredient. I don't take the medicine, and all the while is still very high until this year March is out of spec already. So that's why I decided to get a terahertz water device back home. So with the same supplement, same water source. My water filter is alkaline already. The only difference is I scan my water with 3 minutes using the terahertz water device. And the 3 months time in the June, when I test again, see my cholesterol already dropped. So here, because I am the engineer, so everything I will do the experiment myself to prove this. Yeah. So here actually can very well prove that normal day, those that is taking a supplement, very pricey supplement, if you don't have a very good water, it's actually a waste because didn't absorb by your body. Yeah, so the only thing when you change, you shine with the terahertz, then the water molecule become 2 nanometer, that it will better bring in the nutrient into your cell. Of course, we want to say that your sleep, your lifestyle, your diet, and some exercise in the morning, it will increase this efficiency. It will improve further. Yeah. So the other thing is about the Mei Fong. Yeah, is one of my friend. She has a many problem. So we managed to help her and is very, very happy. Yeah, in fact, is happier than you earn $1 million. You save a life. Okay, maybe I should stop my sharing, and then anybody else want to share your testimony or any question to Dr. PRABHU?
Yeah, it's KK here from Kulim Kedah. I'd like to ask Dr. PRABHU his opinion regarding one platelets problem. I wonder Dr. PRABHU is still around? Angie, can you hear me?
Yes. Just now I saw him. Just now I saw. Yeah, Dr. PRABHU is still here.
Yeah.
Hello, doctor. Are you here? Maybe toilet break. Yeah.
No, sorry, Angie. I had a phone call.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a phone call from my patient, so I can't be here. Okay, tell me, what is the situation?
Yeah, Dr. PRABHU, this is KK from Kulim Kedah. I'd like to ask your opinion and ask for your advice. First of all, I'd like to thank you and have a wonderful sharing. Appreciate that a lot. And my problem is that I recommend this terahertz water to a monk friend, a monk. Okay, he has been drinking it for nearly 3 months. He has a platelets problem. That means it's actually the level is more than 500. It's about 517 when I introduced to him. Normal level is 400. However, after 3 months of drinking, the last week testing, blood test, showed that the blood platelets raised to 590. It is about more than 15% extra. Besides that, his blood sugar as well as the uric acid also shot up quite some level. I wonder where did he go? Where did he or I go wrong? I hope Dr. Prabhu can recommend some action, advice.
No, very simple, KK. See, what's happening is we are looking at a benefit by drinking the water. You're looking at the platelets. I wouldn't know what you're looking at, but for me, this particular monk has been consuming, and then now after 3 months, there are certain situations you are looking at a bigger picture. That means his uric acid has gone up. Yes, I do understand the situation, but for a human body to function, there are so many factors playing a very important role. Just because he's a monk, probably is eating a vegetarian food, doesn't mean that his body is fully optimized. Now when things are that too after 3 months, if there is a situation that things are going a little, especially if the uric acid is going up, what I would request you is, he is not flushing out the toxins from his body, especially the liver and the kidneys, is not pushing out the uric acid out. For your information, if the uric acid is already stuck in your cell and your tissue level and the joints, when you're drinking terahertz water, it will take out from there and then put it inside your blood. So the moment you check your blood sugar, blood uric acid level, it will be definitely high. Now, when it is in the blood, it has to go to the liver, and the liver has to remove it and then give it to the kidneys, and the kidney has to throw it out. Now, here is the glitch, many of us do not understand. For the liver to throw these toxins out, it needs 35 vitamins and minerals. Is he consuming all that to push the liver, push the toxins out? We do not know. Now, is the kidneys having all the nutrients for it to push it out? We do not know. So it is a little a volatile situation where we may not be able to just give advice by just terahertz water and then give a solution for his problem. Probably he needs an examination and then further investigation to see how do we assist him. See, at the end of the day, we need to assist him.
Okay.
Maybe you can give a personal call. Then from there, I think we can. The only way I can right now tell is let him take some good liver support supplements, and he needs to take proper micronutrients, especially for the kidneys to push the whatever the toxins out. And regarding the platelets on the higher side, sometime if it is a genetic issue where his platelets is already high and it will be high, you and I cannot go and bring down the platelet. And there is nothing like in the world which is normal for a particular person, and the whole world, everybody should be normal. It doesn't work that way. I have seen people with cholesterol. In our medical fraternity, 5.6 and above is high cholesterol. I have a very close friend whose cholesterol is 18 for the past 15 years. He doesn't have any problem. How? That is, his body is getting used to it. So in that way, the people down there, I would say, do not jump into a solution for a problem. We are not here to give solutions, but we need to go a little more detail inside and see how we can assist. Then we can work on it. Is that sufficient, KK, for the answer?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Prabhu. I'll actually take consideration of your recommendation and I'll try to do it. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Prabhu.
Thank you.
1 minute, doctor. I want to ask one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have rheumatoid arthritis.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it would work for me like.
For this question, I want to really tell all the people down there. Do you know how many kinds of diseases we have on this planet Earth?
Yeah.
Too many. Correct?
I know that, yeah.
Now, the situation is you're concerned about your rheumatoid arthritis. There are other people who are concerned about diabetes. There are people concerned about hypertension. There are people with cancer. So what we need to do is definitely this water is basically we are breaking down I put the 10 points of the goodness of this water, right? So what you need to do is your rheumatoid arthritis a genetic issue which you're having, or is it an acquired situation? If you're looking at rheumatoid arthritis, it is mostly autoimmune. Okay, if it is autoimmune, your gut is a problem. So we need to look at your gut. How are we going to assist your gut? The water definitely it can assist you, but we need to look much more beyond for your rheumatoid. But definitely you can probably I will give you my phone number, which you saw my phone number there. You can WhatsApp me. We have treated rheumatoid arthritis beautifully, and it brings down the symptoms, and then you will be symptom free. But I'm not here to say whether you're going to get a cure out of the rheumatoid. I wouldn't know, because I need to know more information about you, and then from there I can assist you to become more healthier. This is what I can promise you: become more healthier.
Okay. Thank you. Can I get your number, please?
I will put it on the thing here. You can just note it down.
Yeah.
012. Okay, I'll give with my.
Yeah, Dr. Prabhu, you can write in the chat.
Okay, and then.
Yeah, so Sanjeev, you are from where?
Yes.
Where are you from? Where you stay now?
Sanjeev is in
Australia.
Australia. They stay in Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Prabhu already put the contact number and email in the chat group. You can take a look. Yeah.
Okay.
Sanjeev, not to worry. This is a very beautiful situation. You're here on the platform. We will definitely assist you, and then we can do a wonderful way of making your body a much more beautiful. We will do it. You get back to me. From there, I will work on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
In fact, my side, I can give some because I get to know some testimony. They share a lady age around 65. Yeah, all the while she drinking this water, right? So surprisingly, when she fall down, no problem. There's no injury to her bone. So what I want to say here, instead of drinking the normal water, suggest that you change to have this terahertz water, because when you drink it, it will be absorbed into your bone, your cell, your everything, the whole body. It will strengthen your original cell, original bone quality as well. So even though if you, of course, maybe a doctor just now mentioned, you also may need some nutrient. So when you take the nutrient or supplement or whatever, when you complement together with this water, it will have a better absorption rate. Yeah. So it same to my situation last time. Yeah. So the water is still very important and will be helpful to your condition. Yeah. Thank you. So the rest, yeah, no problem. The rest, anybody?
I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this my name is Kamal from Singapore. Yeah. Hello.
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, I'm sending this water to my friends. Okay, but then in the house, I do it from the tap water. Like earlier, doctor was saying that if you're going to do it from the tap water, even the toxins or whatever, the bad elements in the tap water will be easily absorbed by the body. So I'm a bit confused here. Is it safe just from the? Can we do these terahertz on the tap water, because they don't have a water filter in the house?
Kamal, this is a very beautiful question, but you need to understand that, see, if you're going to consume a tap water, of course, you may say that they don't have a filtration system. See, now we can't be providing solutions for people who don't have a filter, See, it's a little jittery situation and volatile for you and me, definitely, yes. But my recommendation would be is you need to drink a portable filtered water with less of total dissolved solvents. Your pH must be ideal, your TDS, then your ORP, and your no bacteria. Now, if that is the case, then you talk about terahertz water. Otherwise, if you're going to give a terahertz water with whatever water you're talking about, tap water, how are you going to justify that? As I told you, there is no confusion here. You're going to terahertz a poison, the poison will be absorbed easily. You're going to give a good water, filtered good water, terahertz it, the absorption is good. Now, there is another question here. This gentleman is asking about why not recommend RO water. See, I am not here to argue on who wants to use RO water, who wants to use Kangen water, who wants to use structured water, who wants to use MRET water, who wants to use humans. It's not my job. It is up to you to understand what is the best for you. If you are a person using RO water, if with minerals, you want to use continuing the water, it's fantastic. But if you think you want the absorption of that water to be a little more than what it is, terahertz it will be much more better. That's it. It is not going to stop you from doing what you're doing. So what you need to understand is you can drink RO water, it's not a problem, but with the minerals inside, and if it is alkaline, good enough. But if you're talking about high alkaline and then you're going to terahertz it, the absorption of the alkaline water is going to be much higher. Now, does your body needs high alkalinity? I wouldn't know. So it's there, you need to understand that how acidic is your body. You need to assess your body. If you don't know to assess your body and you don't have any investigation where you show, okay, my body is almost neutral and then I'm drinking alkaline, maybe it is okay. But if your body is very acidic and you're taking alkaline, it will help you. So here terahertz is basically to break down the molecule. So it is only a device what we are talking. It is going to assist you. So the goodness and the badness, it all depends on what kind of water are you drinking.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Kamal, in
Yes.
fact, when they bought this device, inside there is a water filter that given in the package. So
Correct.
filter is very good already. So if your friend doesn't have this, you can recommend to him. If this cannot afford 1,006, you can recommend to him buy the small filter first. It's cost around 80 Singapore dollar.
Correct.
And then you can
Oh,
go
okay. So you can buy the filter separate also. Okay.
yes, correct.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
You can approach me. I can help you on this.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Angie.
Problem.
Okay. Bye.
Angie, I need to leave, Angie, because I have a consultation at 12 o'clock. I need to leave.
Oh,
So,
okay.
next week, I'll see you all. Thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. PRABHU.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, Dr. PRABHU.
I need to leave because 12 o'clock I have an appointment. I'm sorry. You can message me or you can give me a call if you're from Malaysia. Give me a call later. I will answer your call. I will answer your call.